Render is about to shock the world and I will tell you why. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Doug. In today's video I'm going to explain to you why Render is about to shock the world in November and also give you my bull run top price prediction. So let's start this video off with what's actually going on with the Render price since my last video 2 weeks ago. So basically 2 weeks ago on like Saturday the 21st of September, I think Render was at a price around like $5.20 when I actually showed in my video that there was a lot of liquidity around this $6.20 to $6.70 which should be grabbed, and it actually did grab. And then after that I even posted on Twitter, which I'm gonna show in a second, that Render from this point on will probably go grab liquidity around the golden pocket. So if we just draw the golden pocket, which is basically the Fibonacci from bottom to top, and then we go to these levels between the 0.168 and the 0.66, we can see that Render actually closed here and opened here. So it wasn't the exact bottom, but it was the bottom of an open and close, like wicks always happen for liquidity grabs. And I even showed it on Twitter, because when everybody was celebrating here, saying we're only gonna go higher, I actually posted this on Twitter on like September 26th that probably will go down to these like 5.14 levels. We actually went to like $5.05, but the difference is really small, and then continue the uptrend again. And later in this video I'm also going to give you my short-term Render price prediction, but also talk about other liquidity levels which should be grabbed in the coming days. So you definitely want to watch this entire video if you want to make money with Render trades. But for now, let's get on with the big news that's about to happen in November, and it's all about Blender. If you don't know yet, Blender is a free and open source software and has a mission of getting the world's best 3D CG technology in hands of artists and free open source software. Their vision is basically everybody should be free to create 3D CG content with free technical and creative productions means and free access to market. So it's a huge thing, and you might be wondering what does this have to do with the Render network? Well, if you didn't know yet, RMP 014, which is basically Render network proposal, is the integration of Blender cycles in the Render network. So the summary goes like this: Blender 3D, the free and open source 3D computer graphics software tool set used for creating animated videos, visual effects, art, 3D printed models, motion graphics, interactive 3D applications, virtual reality, and formerly video games. So this is a huge platform with a lot of integrations which could basically be rendered and run on the Render network. And this proposal is actually about integrating Blender cycles with the Render network. So this initiative will support the growing community of over 2 million Blender users worldwide by providing them with the seamless access to the powerful and scalable rendering resources offered by the Render network. And this, like I said, is very huge, because 2 million users is a very big deal, especially because things like 3D computer graphics, visual effects, and like motion graphics and everything virtual reality demand a lot of GPU power. And you already know what's coming. A lot of GPU power means a lot of usage to the Render network, which then means a lot of burning, which could be super bullish in a full blow off top with a lot of retail hype. And we're also seeing this in the Render network dashboard, because the frames have been skyrocketing. I think like a couple months ago we were at like 31 million and now at 38 million. Also over 138,000 Render tokens have been burned so far, which is crazy. Like this is more than $500,000, getting close to $700,000, all from real world GPU rendering. So this is all for AI, movies, 3D graphics. Like this is crazy. And right now, yes, The latest burn was 5.5k render. The node operator reward was 21,000. It's not deflationary yet, but there's so much coming. And when Blender gets 2 million users, and they will all use this because this is so much faster and so much cheaper than any other thing they've ever seen, and this number will skyrocket. Once this number gets to like 25k, 30k, 50k, a lot of people will notice it. We will probably get the same hype as BNB got with burning in 2021. So this is a very, very big deal. But why November, you might be asking? Well, as I've shown before, there are some upcoming talks and events in which the CEO and founder of Render, Jules Urbeck, will be speaking. And one of them is called Blender Conference, which is between October 23rd and 25th. And as Jules said on Telegram before, after this show, like after all the events talk, he will actually release or publish a render roadmap, a full roadmap. So this is very bullish because probably during this Blender conference, they're gonna try and give us dates about the integration of Blender, or maybe just make it go live. So this will create a lot of hype. Also, we have Nvidia earnings in November, which will again trigger an AI rally. And this combined with more usage on the network and then followed by huge Blender news could really trigger a massive render run, just like we saw between the end of 2023 and the beginning of 2024, when render went from like $1.20 to $13 really fast. So the next topic I was gonna talk about in this video is liquidations. And a lot of people wondered and asked in the comments on Twitter, Doc, can you explain how liquidations work? So it's really easy. All you have to go is to CoinGlass. So coinglass.com. Then you go to liquidation and you click on liquidation heatmap. So it's very easy. So the first thing you will see is Bitcoin. And you might have seen a lot of charts like this on Twitter. But then on Binance, BTC, all you have to do is type render. So render USDT. And then probably don't look at the 24 hours, so it's not that important. Let's take a look at the monthly. So the monthly is always important. And what you want to see is huge liquidations who didn't get taken yet. So yellow means a lot. Like you can just go on it and like yellow would mean like $2.74 million. But as you can see, it's taken, so it's stopped. So after it's taken, it's not relevant. As you can see, there's no liquidation around this area. So now we take a look at what's actually relevant. So we see this getting yellow type of stripe, which is around like $6.80. So for render, anything between like 2-3 million or more is actually very big. And what does this liquidation mean? So basically, these are shorts. If it's higher than the price, it's shorts. If it's lower than the price, it's longs. And this means that if the price gets this high, all the shorts at these levels will be liquidated. They will lose all their money and it will actually be easier to dump, because shorts are actually easier to pump the price and longs are actually easier to dump the price. So this might sound a little bit weird, but of course when you're leveraging, you're actually using money which isn't really yours. So you're actually using more money saying the price will go down. So basically when you short, so it's actually you need less money to actually pump it through the short. But of course, this liquidation is getting to 2 million and I'm definitely thinking this will be taken in the next couple of weeks. And like I said, I was talking about my video about this big liquidation here at like $5.30, which was actually in the millions as well, which I posted a screenshot in the beginning of the video and it got taken. And now you got a little bit of liquidations here, 5.03, like 1.8 million is a lot. So this could be grabbed as well. It's not really necessary. Like 4.92, this is a very strong level as well. So it's been here for a very long time. It has a couple millions as well. Like one more liquidity grab here to like 4.92 and then straight up. Or we just go straight up from here depending on Bitcoin. Like if it's not that yellow, it's not really necessary. Like 2-3 million probably with render, they have to take like 1.8. Like this 1.8 is actually a lot as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if we come down. But that's usually how I trade. So I look at really good level like this 5.04 or even this 4.90. I just set buy orders at these, and if they don't hit, they don't hit. Doesn't matter. If you don't trade, you don't lose money. But if they hit, I just wait for the next liquidity grab, and when I see this here at like $6.86, I just sell. I don't care if the price goes higher. That's why I get the trade back. And I'm going to give you a special link in a couple of seconds, which you can get a lot of prices for just buying and selling crypto. But yeah, this is basically how liquidation maps work. And if you got any other question in the comments, feel free to leave them and I will talk about them in my next video. But now, let's get on with the second part of this video, which is my render price prediction. But before I do this, if you want to buy Bitcoin, render, and over 1,000 other cryptos while getting $30,000 in bonuses and welcome rewards as shown on screen, just go to the top of the description and click on the partner Bybit link. Once you're on the partner Bybit link, you will see my name or my code, which is 41860, which you can use on mobile. And you can see you can actually enter a $10 million prize pool for trading and also get up to $30,000 in welcome rewards. And this is basically just for depositing money on crypto and buying and selling crypto. So if you actually buy this dip, you get rewards and it's really beneficial. So go sign up with my link if you don't want to miss 30,000 in welcome rewards or $10 million in trading prize pool. So during this video we talked about two main levels, which are basically liquidity grabs. So one was around like $4.90, which actually could be really bullish because we got a wick up here, so we could retest this and bounce from it. So this is actually really nice. The other thing which we saw, of course, was a liquidity grab around like $6.80, which in my opinion will be grabbed. Like there's no way it's not going to be grabbed. We're in a bull run, the price is going way higher, so we actually make this channel here, so really bullish as well. Another thing which I always talked about is this downtrend. So I actually talked about it on Twitter as well. If you don't know yet, there's actually a very nice downtrend which actually starts from the top in like Nvidia earnings in like May. So if we go from this top here and we go in a downtrend, I actually tweeted about this a couple of days ago that render actually retested this downtrend. So the downtrend goes here and look at this beautiful retest. So I actually posted on Twitter, buy this now, it's looking very nice. So we tested this downtrend and look at this 4.92. So if render would retest the downtrend like tomorrow or Monday, it will actually grab liquidity, test the downtrend again, which is a double bottom, and just fully send out. So the charts don't lie, it's looking very nice. So if you don't have buy orders here, I would put them, not financial advice, but I'm placing my buy orders right here because we could get another bounce of the downtrend. But of course, we're here for a bull run price prediction. How does that look? So for that, usually we just take the Fibonacci levels, always really important. It's actually really scary how much of time they're correct. And that's because a lot of traders use them. So if a lot of people use it, it can happen a lot. So we see that we got this major Fibonacci level here, the golden pocket. So a lot of people will short this. So don't get me wrong, around $10, we will get a lot of resistance. Right now, render is trying to break this 0.236. It didn't reach the 0.382 yet, but it's in this line. So it's trying to break out. And this will be the first major resistance, which I probably think will bounce off. So if we get maybe a liquidity grab here, but it's not important for the long run, go from here, then probably get denied to like the 0.5 because we're in a bull run. It can get really aggressive as well. So this, and then it depends on retail. So like I said before, it depends on how big the burning is, how big the hype. So 1.68 is guaranteed almost. Like we're in a bull run, we will go higher than the price in March. And 1.618 is actually a very decent level. It's also $20, which is a very nice price point for a lot of people. And a lot of people will sell here or try to pressure the market down. So what we probably will get is like from this level, we'll go down a little bit, maybe even under the previous all-time high. It can always happen. and this is where retail pressure should come. And I'm expecting to just shoot straight from this 2.168. And then this is where I'm expecting to be in March. And it all depends on how much retail comes, because to break this $50, 4.618 is not easy to break. We need a lot of hype. Retail needs to understand that Render is a top AI crypto coin, and then it can go parabolic like Solana did in 2021, like BNB did, like a lot of coins did. So you don't know what's going on above this. So this could go either way. This could go very aggressive up or get denied here around this 40 range and go down really fast to whatever level they want to dump it. So this could be the end of the bull run top, but yeah, I'm expecting this 30 level to start getting reached around March, and then it just all depends on retail. Like, how's the sentiment of the market? Is the fear and greed on extreme fear? Are you hearing your cousins, your grandparents talking about crypto? That's usually a top of the market signal. Like, the fear and greed on coin market cap is actually very, very good. Like, when it's above 90, 95, it's almost definitely a top signal. Ignore the people around you. Nobody ever gone broke taking profits. This is not financial advice, but if you buy around $5 and you sell for $30, you made the easiest 6x of your life. And you shouldn't be worrying about it could go higher, because we saw this in March. If I would have told you March, sell because we got it go to $3, everybody would have hated on me like, dog, we're going so much higher, because everybody was extremely bullish here. And when you're extremely bullish, a lot of people won't listen to you. So because they think we're going higher, you're just bearish. But again, when fear and greed is super high, don't be stupid, at least take profits. Like, take your initials out. Don't leave your, don't go with a loss. If you're holding from $5 and you went to 30 and you still didn't make profits, it's crazy. Like, this is just my bull run top price prediction. I expect a parabolic run though. Maybe in November 2025 we'll have way higher than this. We draw a new Fibonacci level. We might go from like $30 all the way to 10, draw a new Fibonacci and look where it goes. But for now, these are basically my levels. I talked about the liquidity grabs here. I talked about the uptrend liquidity, and next week's video we will evaluate what actually happens from this week's video. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a like if you did. Also follow me at TheRealDoc on Twitter to know when I talk about render buying and selling targets and how to actually make money with crypto. Also click on the screen right now if you want to find out the best method to maximize your crypto profits with render. Subscribe to my channel for more crypto content, and YouTube. Until next time.